The church gives us a feast for the name of Jesus alone. What does it reveal about God? That his presence and power can be reached through just one word. And have you ever experienced that when calling on his name?
That is a great question with a lot of parts, tough to do in a short window. Couple of things. In the Old Testament, when Moses encounters the burning bush, he asks God or asks the bush, "What do I call you?" Or "How do I tell people what your name is?" And God says, "I am who am." Basically saying, stop asking stupid questions. You don't need to know my name. So God at that point is still distant. When Christ comes and takes on flesh and we're able to call him Jesus, God saves, he's showing that the distance we had before is now closed. He's come to us because we are now ready to encounter him in a new level. It gives us the ability to be much closer to him in a much deeper relationship with him. And yes, just calling on the name of Jesus is a very powerful thing. In moments of temptation, sometimes I just try to say the name of Jesus, not as often as I should, and it definitely helps subside those temptations in the moment.
The Magi brought gifts that had great meaning for a king they didn't expect, but those gifts held an even greater significance than they could have imagined. How do you see God using the things we offer in ways we only understand later?
In short, in everything that we do. And slightly longer, whenever we're trying to serve God, we're opening ourselves up to his grace, to his divine life. Every good action that we do is God working through us. And so as we're just offering ourselves in our everyday life, God is going to do something beautiful with that. It might be a very small, beautiful thing, but over time, that's what changes us and makes us saints. Parents, this is what you do with your kids. You're planting a bunch of seeds that are going to shape your children. Some that are going to help them become great, wonderful people. Some of them are going to be the things that they unfortunately have to learn from because you're just a fellow sinner in this world. But in both of those things, God is going to shape us, move us forward, and that's the case in every part of our life.
From a very young age, my youngest daughter has always loved and been affected by Mary's fiat. It's interesting to me that this Advent season, I have been inspired by a phrase that I heard that said it wasn't so much what Mary did as much as it was how she allowed something to be done to her. For the Solemnity of Mary, the Holy Mother of God, we would love to hear you ruminate on the meaning and the significance of Mary's fiat at the Annunciation.
Another great question, and this might be a topic for a longer video or a pints at some point. Oftentimes in my homilies, I talk about how sin is us grasping after things. We see that with Adam and Eve. They grasp after the one thing they're not supposed to have. To cooperate with God, we receive. If they just would have taken everything that God gave them, which was literally all of creation except that one tree, or the fruit of the one tree, everything would have been fine. And so we see Mary doing that. When the angel comes, she receives what is given to her, and God is able to mold her and change her. That's why it's beautiful, and we see this in all the saints. They have a great devotion to the Eucharistic Lord, where you just spend time in adoration, and at first we might have our mind go all over, but eventually we'll be quiet, and we can receive God's grace, God's love in our life. And that's what changes us. That's what allows us to be humble, which roots pride out of our life and allows us to become saints in this world.